Hey, this is William for attackofthefanboy.com, and we're taking a look at Battleborn. The game recently was made free to play by Gearbox Software. The game's pretty much had a rough year. They picked May 2016 to push out their hero shooter MOBA into the market, and that was kind of a mistake, apparently, because Overwatch kind of took the world by storm while this game fizzled. It was kind of panned by reviewers and disregarded by consumers, and in the meantime, over the last year, Gearbox has been updating the game with content and features. I'm not sure what spurred their decision to make this free to play, but what they did was basically carve up the game into pieces that they're going to try and sell to people. I went to a couple preview events for the game. It was early. It was way before release, but it seemed like an okay game at the time. It had the colorful and vibrant art style of the Borderlands series, as well as some of the comedic undertones. It was, at the time, what I thought was going to be a pretty ambitious game for Gearbox. And even though they made the game free to play recently, they still probably aren't going to be able to get out of the shadow of Overwatch, which is currently hosting its timed anniversary event. But Battleborn will be available for free far after that game is done doing that. So now that it is free, the question we're asking is basically, is it worth your time or even your hard drive space? So before I get to my opinion on that, let's start with the facts. If you never owned Battleborn, this free-to-play version of the game is only a limited slice of the whole package. Gearbox has kind of carved the game into pieces. They're hoping to sell players the rest of the game for those who like it. Now, you can purchase things all a la carte, whether that be characters, whether that be taunts and loot boxes. The game does have a lot of moving parts, so it's easy to see how they can carve it up and do that. It is a 30 gigabyte download, so that's something to consider. But what you'll get with the free version is 6 heroes, and those will go into a rotation, from my understanding. I think there's 25 core heroes in all, and they each have, their own unlockable skins, their own progression systems, and taunts and stuff like that. So you've also got all these things that are unlockable within the game and other items that were originally designed to keep you playing. Those are the facts about what you will get with Battleborn if you decide to download it for free. But I think the answer, and after going back in, after not having looked at this game for a year or so, I think the answer is yes. At the low price of free, there really isn't anything to lose in trying the game out. I think it's, after playing it for the first time in a while, I think it's got some pretty intriguing mechanics for fans of multiplayer hero shooters, whether that be an Overwatch. I don't quite think it's on the level of Overwatch, but Battleborn is by no means a low quality game. When you fire it up, nothing screams that this game should have gotten the reception that it did. It's colorful, it's got a creative cast of characters with unique movesets, plenty of customization, and the actual gameplay is pretty fun. I always go back to this, but I even asked the developers about it, of how inspired by Borderlands was it, and the game feels a lot like that. Now, the characters aren't the same, there's a completely new universe, but the game looks and plays a lot like Borderlands did. A lot of the same art style, a lot of the same effects, but the bottom line is it's pretty fun to play. It is a team-based MOBA shooter, basically. It feels unique because it has a tug-of-war style gameplay, which combines elements from some of gaming's most popular franchises. Each character in the game has unique skills that you'll find in a shooter like Overwatch, but they also have a progressive set of upgrades that can be earned during each match. Something like the upgrade pass for League of Legends or Dota 2. So it kind of combines those two things into one multiplayer experience. On top of that is another layer of customization where you outfit your character with loot boxes that have specific power-ups that you can earn in-game by collecting currency that's kind of strewn across the map. So basically, just like a MOBA, you're fighting in a lane that's got some branching paths, but you're trying to defend or attack objectives. And there are different things within the map that you can purchase with that aforementioned currency, like turrets, defensive electricity nodes, power-ups, resupply stations. There's definitely a lot of strategy that goes into it. It is 5-on-5. Playing with random people isn't the best. For people that play MOBAs, they know that teamwork is definitely something that helps in playing those games. But in Battleborn, you kind of are using the minions and you are using the lanes to control, how far up or how far back you're being pushed. So there is a tug-of-war style gameplay that can last quite a while, or can last for a very short time if you can crush right through a team, or a team isn't working together. Because there are different roles. You've got your tanks and healers, and you've got your melee characters. There's a lot of different variety in terms of the characters in Battleborn, like you would see in like Dota 2 or League of Legends. It's actually quite a lot of fun to play. I've had a good time coming back to it after the last year, and Gearbox has obviously done a lot of upgrades, balancing, and stuff of that nature in the past year. Not recommending anybody go out and buy the full package just yet, but Battleborn might be worth a look for those that are looking for something a little different when it comes to shooters with a little more depth. The game is currently free to download on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. For attackofthefanboy.com, my name is William. This was just a short gameplay and commentary about Battleborn and its free-to-play state. Let us know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos of this type. And thanks for watching.